We've been seeing, eyes of the entire world are now tracking what's happening in Davos this entire week, where the world's most powerful leaders are meeting for this World Economic Forum this year. The mood on the ground is especially tense after Trump repeatedly threatened to take over Greenland, and a new trade war is about to begin. Lars Holter is with Deutsche Welle and is joining me from Berlin to talk about it. Good evening to you, Lars. What can you tell us about the mood in Davos?
Thanks for having me. And while I am actually here in the studio in Berlin, we do have an entire team in Davos too. So my Deutsche Welle colleagues are actually having their finger on the pulse. And believe me when I'm saying the mood in Davos is quite tense. I can't remember a year when such a big story as the ongoing drama over Greenland has broken out so well timed for the World Economic Forum. This topic is taking over everything, for good reason. Again, as a reminder, US President Donald Trump has his eyes on Greenland. He says the US would like to take over the Arctic island, which of course belongs to Denmark. Now, Denmark being a NATO partner of the US, quite obviously other NATO and also EU partners have rushed to Denmark's support and have thus angered Trump even more. Earlier this week, he announced tariffs on all these countries, including Germany. But the EU has reacted fast and announced counter-tariffs.
All right. How will this trade spat influence tasks and discussions in Davos?
It has frankly taken over Davos entirely. Yesterday saw the speeches of EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and French President Emmanuel Macron. Both were reacting directly to Trump's latest threats that they have called, quote, unacceptable. As for von der Leyen, she says that the status of Greenland is non-negotiable. She calls the US tariffs, quote, a mistake. And she points to the EU-US trade deal that was agreed to last July. She did allow for the fact that the EU and NATO can probably do more for Arctic security. So in total, she's going for cooperation with the US while trying to rein in Trump's wildest demands. As for French President Macron, he has argued for going much harder in terms of trade, advocating for the so-called trade bazooka, the EU's anti-coercion instrument. That would involve not only higher tariffs on certain US products, but it would actually include import restrictions and in some cases even outright import bans for some US products. It would exclude US companies from public contracts, and it would levy tariffs on US software companies. And that would likely do immense damage to the US economy, as it would hit the country's strongest economic sector.